Aloha, and thank you for joining me for How to Juggle. Today we are going to learn this. Okay. And so to do that, we're going to start with one ball and some ideas and recognitions of differences. Okay, so we got this. I call this a pass. Okay, you can also project it out where you're shooting it into the other hand. You shouldn't need to look at this or look at anything. We're just trying to learn where our hands are, and it can be done on many different planes or angles. Okay, just try to learn where your hand is. We call this a 1. Next we have a 2, which is an up and down, up, there and back. And we can do that with our hand, or we can do it with the ball. And it means the ball comes back to the same hand. This is a toss, but it's a column. Column to the same hand. Okay, now the third one we need for today is a toss to the opposite hand. A hand swap. We call that a 3. So this is a 1, a 2, and a 3. Toss, over, catch. That's how I like to think about it. Over, up and back, toss, over, catch. 3. Okay, the numbers might come in later for you if you want to recognize more differences, get into tempo, timing, choreography. But for now, we're just going to work with our 3 to do our cascade, which I was doing earlier. Okay, so we're just going to take our ball. We're going to look slightly up. We're going to toss the ball up and over to the other hand. And we're going to do this a bunch until we're getting consistent catches without looking at our hands. We're looking at the top. Okay? If you're throwing below your eyes in here, seeing your hand and your ball, it's going to be a little bit fast for when you are doing 3 balls later. Height gives time and space, where it also gives a variance. So if I throw it up really, really high, it might land somewhere far away. And as you just starting, when you throw up higher, it's going to maybe land over here. And that will make it harder to juggle as well. So we're trying to get this balance of time with our height, but not too much variance by going too high. Okay, we can play with that height later to dial in our variance, and we can play with the short to dial in our speed and our timing. Okay, so once we have this over the eyes pretty consistent, you can try to add in like a little snap maybe before you catch the ball when it hits the top. So if I throw with the right arm, when it hits the top, I'm going to snap with the left. Okay, this is just working on timing. That moment is when we're going to throw our next ball. Now we're going to have our 2 balls. Depending on age and coordination levels, there are 2 paths to learning this. I recommend this first one I'm going to teach. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to show the other one. And I'll explain why I'm showing this one first. Really try this one for a little bit before you go to the other one. And then if you're pretty young in age, maybe try the circle one first. So what we're going to do is a toss, toss, catch, catch. A toss, toss, catch, catch. Both swap hand tosses, 3 beat. Toss, toss, catch, catch. I start with the right. When it hits the top, I throw the left where I snapped before. Toss, toss, catch, catch. Okay, in juggling, tosses matter more than catches. If my toss is bad and ends up over there, and my second toss ends up over there, I can't catch them both. Okay, but if I miss my catch, if it was close to me, that's a good sign, because next time I'll know that was a wrong spot to have my hand, and it will be in the right spot maybe next time. Okay, so we're just going to do toss, toss, drop, drop. See if they land close to you, and break that psychic worry of like, I need to catch these. Toss, toss, drop, drop. Okay? Now you got to catch the first one. So I'm going to throw the yellow one first. Toss, toss, catch, drop. The yellow one first again. Toss, toss, catch, catch if you got time. And I call that prioritization. We're worrying about our catch tosses first. Then we're worrying about our first ball, because they're both doing 3 beats. One that goes first will land first. Toss, toss, catch. That one doesn't necessarily matter yet. Then toss, toss, catch, then catch. Okay, so we got to prioritize the importance of good toss, get my first catch, get my second catch. If we worry about the second catch before the first catch, then we mess it up. If we worry about the catches before the second toss, we mess it up. So toss, toss, catch, catch. And if you notice, one ball lands first, toss, toss, catch, catch. So I'm going to throw that one first next time. So it's going to go left, right, right, left. And then there's this beat here, this pause, where nothing's happening because there's no balls in the air. And I'm getting rid of the ball before I catch it. So it's coming in, and I'm getting rid of it. Okay, and then here's just a little extra called chasing. The transition between this 2 beat and the 3 ball is a little, I think it's almost better to just go for the 3 ball, but I'm going to show you the chaser right now. Maybe try it, maybe just go for the 3 ball. So toss, toss. Notice that second ball before it lands. Toss, toss, right there. I'm going to throw my first ball, the yellow one again, to chase it before it lands. Toss, toss, chase. Toss, chase. Toss, chase. Toss, chase. And that means this space is open. And we have enough timing and speed and accuracy for our weave. Like I'm saying, you don't need to have this first to do the 3 balls. This is harder because if you notice, it's a left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. Where the traditional cascade, you'll notice, is going to be a left, right, right. Okay, so we're just going to do toss, toss, catch, catch, and then possibly move on to the 3 ball, maybe returning to this one later. Once we have this consistent, toss, toss, catch, catch, toss, toss, catch, catch, in both directions, we add in our 3rd. And we're just going to do the same thing. We're just tossing under the ball when it reaches the top. But now there's going to be another hand. So it's toss, toss, and I got to get rid of this ball next. And so you just do it when the second ball reaches the top. Toss, toss, get rid of it. And when it hits the top, you get rid of it and underneath it. Okay, some common mistakes are you'll find the ball is coming out away from you. That's because you're releasing it here and you're pitching it out. And that's why we need to do a toss, toss, toss. Let all the balls land near us. Release our anxiety and take the time to finish our toss. Okay, second, we're too low, and that's making it too fast. Okay, if we're down here. Eventually we can be down here, but for now we want to be above the eyes. And then there's something called flashing, where you throw all the balls at once. And that makes them all land at once. Okay, so we want to separate our beats. So that's why we wait for the top or after. Toss, 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 toss. Okay, now I'm going to wait until even after, when it's close to my hand. And that gives me even more time. For now, I'd wait until the top, right there, 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 there. And then keep going. At first, it might just look like this. Toss, 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 catch. And eventually, we're going to keep tossing. Toss, 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 catch. Toss, 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 toss. Until it's perpetual. Okay? And then we're just going to do it over and over again. And the key points, we throw the hand with two balls first. When it hits the top, we throw underneath it. We can't catch a ball if we're holding a ball. Okay, so then there's some other tricks that we can do with that idea later. Like I can just juggle it over here and then integrate into mine and then just keep going over here. Or we can play with more of that in the next video. Now I'm going to jump back real quick, back to 2 balls, and we're going to learn a different type of juggling, a different pattern. It's going to be a pass, toss, 3 beat. 1, 3, 1, 3. This can be easier for people when your non-dominant arm isn't super developed yet, and it's just sometimes tossing can be a lot. So we're going to do this with 2 balls. Pass, toss, pass, toss. I like to just keep this hand ready to toss, and this hand is throwing into that hand, or physically placing it in that hand. So it's a 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. Do it both ways. 3, 1. Okay, and then it's a pass, or toss and pass, toss and pass. You gotta get it out, catch it. Other way, toss, pass. Okay. Now each ball here has 3 things to do. It has to be tossed, caught, and passed. Where in the cascade it was just a toss, catch, toss, catch, toss, catch. 2 things per ball instead of 3. So if you notice the tempo, when I do 3 now, it's going to be really fast. It's going to be... Okay, so notice the height just over my eyes. Notice the tempo. Okay, so it's going from 2 balls in the circle to 3 balls can be difficult. But this can be hard for some people to start with. So we can just work the one direction and then work it the other way, so that way we can mix. Because when we go from this speed to this, our tempo drops significantly. Okay? And that is how we juggle 3 balls in a cascade. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon for more flow.